Welcome to Apex Online Racing's coverage of the F2 Sprint League. This is on the PlayStation 4 and we're looking at race 11 and 12 from Mexico City. Alongside me is Ben. How are you doing, Ben?
Yeah, not too bad. Good evening.
Good, yep, I forgot to say I'm Ian, so we'll be your commentators for tonight. Looking forward to this race coming down to the business end of the season. Unfortunately, we've got our championship leader Schnicksel in the Toro Rosso, can't make it tonight, so it's a big opportunity for Joshua, Luke, Cam, Iadika, Lakitu, Extremer and Nezran to maybe make headway in the championship. What are you expecting from this race?
Well, there's only a 9-point gap between Schnicksel and Joshua Luke, so I'm expecting a couple of the guys to take advantage of this and get some points under their belt. Good,
right, let's have a look on the feed at who is taking part before they start. So in the Mercedes we've got Mr. Robin. In Red Bull we've got Matty D joining us in this league for the first time, I believe. In Williams we've got Cam. The Force India, Iadika. No one in the, oh yes, sorry, two drivers in the Renault, Nezra and Joshua Luke. Yep. In the Toro Rosso we've got S40, who's been a reserve driver in a few races. He's on his own. Then Haas we've got Lakitu and Extremer. And McLaren we've got De Thomas and Infinity. And in Sauber we've got Slash, and he's on his own at the moment. But there may be a couple of other guys who might be joining last minute to fill the numbers up.
Yeah, I think, well, we've got 2 minutes to go, and I think just by looking at the current chats that are going on, there are a few reserve drivers trying to get a seat.
Oh yeah, we've got McQuiz and Noodle Dougal standing by, and More Than Amazing. This is most inconvenient because I've finally got a sheet of all the names, and I can actually write down penalties to actually know what's going on. And I've got to the bottom now. There's no more room with all these changes for the life of a commentator. Right, okay, so Sauber is going to be filled by McQuiz. We're waiting to see whether Vettel, Fowler, Honk Donk and Noodle Dougal actually are assigned the car. And I guess they're still sorting this out, because normally we would have Washy's pretty prompt. He normally would have gone by now. Is it 8 o'clock yet? Let's have a look. No, it's not even 8 o'clock so far.
Well, yeah, we've got 1 minute to go, but yeah, quite surprised. There we go. Got Honky Doink taking the Mercedes.
Okay. Right, so I think everybody that's in the lobby has got a car now. So that's good. What do you think of this track? It's quite unique.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. Personally, myself, I've been quite struggling with this one. Mainly around the tyres, tyre degradation and the grip. But it's a challenging track. I like it, particularly the middle sector. But it's definitely going to be an interest. It's really difficult to try and overtake around here. But no, I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I think it's a circuit where a couple of different setups can work. You've got people running very little front wing that are doing decent times, and also people, running very similar wings or mid wing as well.
Yeah, there's been quite a few drivers running really low wing, but then on the other hand, you've had a number of drivers running 7.7, 6.7 wings, but it's all personal preference.
Yeah, exactly. I keep in the week, keep changing from one to another. Then at some point, you've got to just stick with it and practice on that setup, I guess.
Yeah, regardless, I think I've had about 3 or 4 setups now, and I'm still not happy with it. But I'm sure these guys have honed in on their setups, and they'll be rearing to go.
Okay, so we're looking at the countdown now. Remember, it's a 25% race, reverse grid. The top 8 will be reversed for race 2, which is another 25% race. And we've got 1 shot qualifying. And I'll make sure that I don't get into trouble with Mr. Chase Carey in a moment by killing the F1 symbol. Remember, if you enjoy races like this, do subscribe to Apex Online Racing on YouTube. And of course, you can follow them on Twitter at Apex On Racing.
Hashtag AOR F1.
Yes, that's the one. I knew there was a hashtag in somewhere. I think I'm one of the last people in the world that's joined Twitter, but I'm slowly getting there.
I'm the same. I'm not much of a Twitter. It's only ever since I joined AOR that I've taken full use of it. I'm trying.
Well, I'm going to... we count it. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 6, 7, 18, 19, 20. Yeah, we've got a full grid, I think, which is good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off The times will be fluid on the left hand side. I'm going to follow Joshua Luke, at least to start with, as he's the championship leader that's racing today. Right, good, I killed it. Fine. FOM will not be taking it down, hopefully. So, is it going to be dry? I'd say more than likely that it will be.
I hope so, but you never know.
No, you never know. If it rains tomorrow in our race, I'm stuffed. I've done no practice. No, it's nice and sunny. Okay, good. So, just wait for the guys to sort their setups up. And then they'll be going out for a one-shot qualifying. A lot of pressure in there in this sort of format of qualifying.
Yeah, it's quite difficult to, come straight out of the pit and just get straight, get that mindset of getting straight into the qualifying mode. Some drivers need that 1-2 lap just to get used to the feel of the car, get settle those nerves, then get onto that flying lap and make headway. But yeah, I'm not a fan of this one shot just because I can't do it.
No, I'm the same with you. We've had 4 different pole setters for the first race. In each of the double headers, so the true pole positions. So let's get on board with Joshua Luke. If I can actually get up to the top.
Oh, he's left already.
Oh dear, okay. Right, I'm on board finally with Joshua Luke. Running through out of the exit of turn 3, so the times on the left hand side will change. It's being updated in real time. So S40 is currently on pole. Now it's Cam, now it's Matty D, now it's Cam. Oh, as Joshua Luke gets all out of shape, he's plunged down the order. Who are you watching at the moment, Ben?
Well, I'm currently watching S40, but keeping an eye on Matthew because he had this problem last week as well.
Yes, he did. He disconnected, didn't he? And he only joined for the second race. Right, this is probably a really bad way of doing it, but I'm going to go up to Extremer, who's the highest placed regular driver at the moment, in second place. Matty D is currently quickest. Infinity and Cam are swapping places. We're riding with Extremer, who looks like he might be taking pole. It's changing all the time. He's going to come across the line, and he does. 1:16.109. Pole position for Extremer from Matty D, Vettel fans, Cam, S40 and Pasco's for top 6. So pretty close, as you expect. Quite a short lap here.
Yeah, I was quite impressed with that one, to be honest. Where did McQuiz? I got Washi in P11. I was just trying to find out where McQuiz finished.
McQuiz was 9th. So Joshua Luke, the highest placed championship contender, is 7th. So he'll be slightly disappointed, but he did have a moment where he did plunge even further down. Let's see at the back of the grid. You've got Jason, Mr. Robin, Idika. That's surprising for him. Only a 1:23.1, so he must have had an issue. And Noodle Dougal and Nezran disqualified. So Nezran will be particularly unhappy with that one.
Right, just bear with me. I am just increasing my microphone because there are a few comments coming in saying I'm a little bit quiet.
Okay. Do let me know if they're saying that about me as well. Oh dear, needed to kill it then. Right. That's the most stressful bit over and done with. So, Extremer on pole from Matty D, who makes his first appearance in this F2 Sprint League, and Vettel fans, who's relatively new to the league as well, is alongside him in third. What do you think they'll do tyre strategy wise in a 25% race?
Well, 25%, this is an interesting one. So they'll come out on the ultras, but like I said earlier on, the tyre degradation is quite difficult around here. But I would have thought come in around about lap 7, and then you'll see some drivers go on to the softs, some go on to the super softs. Right.
Okay. We'll watch out for different strategies. So we're nearly ready to go, and the 5 lights are coming on. 5 lights are on. And they're off, and a bit of a slow getaway reaction there from all of them, but a clean getaway. And Matty D is looking to take Extremer down the inside, and everyone's clean so far, but I think Extremer's going to hold on. No, Matty D is up the inside. They're spreading across all the track, and Matty D takes the lead. Extremer second, Cam third, Vettel fans fourth. So pretty clean, I think. Anyone at the back bumping and boring?
Yeah, there's a few tussles. You've got Mr. Robin, Noodle Dougal, Jason, Poinky Doink, and Lakito all making contact.
Oh dear.
Okay. Turn one.
I think that was inevitable at this sort of track. So, Matty D leads from Extrema, from Cam, and then Vettel fans. More than amazing. 5 second stop go penalty for De Thomas. So I need to write that down.
While you do that, I'm just keeping an eye on the guys at the back. You've got Mr. Robin and Hoinky Doink, Noodle Dougal, and Lakito.
Sorry there. Extrema cut across the corner. I don't think he's got a penalty as yet, but Matty D has now stretched his legs somewhat into the stadium section.
Right, I think Lakito, sorry Ian, Lakito is ghosting, so he's left the session.
Oh, again, oh dear. He needs a new broadband provider if anyone can help him with that. So across the line, at the end of lap 1, Matty D leads from Extrema. Cam is third, and he's trying to break the toe of his teammate Vettel fans with 5th place more than amazing. Nikita is back now in the race.
Right, we've got Slash just coming into the pits now with front wing damage. But Noodle Dougal with a 5 second stop go penalty.
Oh dear, another one, okay.
Speeding in the pits.
Right, okay, let's write that one down, 5 seconds. Right, so I'm watching at the moment the battle for third with Vettel fan really close with Cam and more than amazing.
I'm just down the middle of the pack with P13 and P12. So this is Nezran, the Renault driver, making some headway on Washi in the Ferrari. And he's right on the gearbox of Washi. Coming through to sector 2 now.
Ooh, there's a crash.
Infinity.
There's a crash. More than amazing's crashed. He's gone into Vettel fans. Vettel fans ran wide. And now Joshua Luke is up the outside of S40. And they come into the stadium section all together. Look at this. 5 or 6 cars all together.
Oh, this is beautiful.
And they're going to go around the outside of the Mansell curve together.
Oh, look at all these cars. So many cars in one shot. Right, so we've got that. Pascal and S40 side by side coming up to turn 1. Who's going to outbrake who?
Is there going to be contact?
That was tight. That was tight.
Pascal is now up to 6th then. Vettel is 7th. Meanwhile, just behind is a 2-car battle with McQuiz and Infinity. Sorry, McQuiz and Idika. Idika goes up the inside of McQuiz, and he's got there, sliding around all over the place.
As Super Cool would say, bit of a tank slapper.
Back to the battle for 4th, because S40 TYD is all over the back of Joshua Luke, who's actually had a good start with those incidents and is in 4th place, so it's good championship points for him at the moment.
Yeah, I'm just watching the guys at the back of the field, P19, P20, Noodle Dougal and Lakito come out of the pits now.
Oh, Infinity makes a move. Infinity's done a bit of a dive bomb up the inside of Vettel fan, sorry, and they go side by side through the Mansell curve.
Oh, Matty D set the fastest time there of 1:18.5.
Right, good time. So across the line come 6th and 7th. Pascal in the Williams. Sorry, Vettel fans in the Williams. And Infinity in the McLaren. And Idika's trying to go up the inside of Infinity, but doesn't make it stick. 5 cars all together here. The battle for 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Meanwhile, at the front, I'm just going to check because I thought Extrema was close. No, he's not. So the closest battle in the leading positions are S40, right with Joshua Luke.
And McQuiz has just taken Idika, and we've got a car off. Who's that?
Oh dear, the Sauber and the...
that was McQuiz in the Sauber.
With Nezran.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to know where to look here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go to the battle nearest the front. You keep an eye on that midfield battle, because S40 is really looking like he wants to get past Joshua Luke, and this has championship connotations, this battle.
Well, as we come through to the stadium section, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars, all within half a car's length of each other.
3 second time penalty for Infinity, yeah.
I think that's another one, isn't it?
Furiously looks at bits of paper.
Who's coming into the pits? Vettel into the pit. Ah, he's got front wing damage.
Oh dear, okay. So S40 is still not close enough to Joshua Luke.
And we've got a move here. McQuiz trying to make the move on Nesran. Doesn't stick.
Right, I'm watching that battle now. So this is for 11th. Meanwhile at the front, Matty D. Is something going on with the timing here? Because it showed Mr. Robin was leading and now it doesn't. Oh dear. So it's definitely, let's take stock. Okay, Matty D is leading.
Oh no!
What's happened?
Wow, Infinity. I just watched that completely hit the wall.
Oh, I can see. We're watching him now. Yeah, he's broken the right front, hasn't he?
Yeah.
As McQuiz gets a penalty.
Tank slapper, that one. Back end came right out, took the nose into the wall.
Was he on his own?
On his own, completely no one else involved.
Okay, so he's running a bit of an edgy setup by the looks of it.
I don't believe he had that much practice on this one, unfortunately.
Right, Matty D pits from the lead.
So what are we? Lap 6. So I said around about lap 7, so I'm not too far off.
Yeah, and he's gone on to the super softs.
I kind of know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you do. He's got to the super softs. So he's going to rejoin around 13th, 14th, I think. So we need to see whether the pit stops shake out, whether he'll still be right at the front. Meanwhile, it still says Mr. Robin on my stream is leading.
No, I've got Extremer as leading, Cam in P2 and Joshua Luke in P3.
Yeah, Mr. Robin must be a lap down.
Yeah, he's in P12 at the moment, second behind Jason.
Okay, fine. So the game is doing some funny things. So Extremer does lead from Cam. Watching Extremer now from the helicopter shot through these fast sweeping left, right, left, right, left, right, which are tricky to get all right in once, aren't they?
Yeah, it's a very difficult one. If you don't get the turn in on that one, you're going to hit the curbs and get a penalty. And I think that's what's happened to Mark Infinity.
Okay, so I'm expecting Extremer to probably come in to the pits now. No, he doesn't. Let's just bring up some more details on the stops.
Joshua Luke, 5-second stop go penalty, speeding in the pits.
Oh, right,
that's
that's
help
significant.
him at all.
So he'll have to... No, it'll be added on if he's already made his pit stop. Has he made his pit stop?
No, he's just going in.
No, okay, do it now then. Right, let's go to Joshua Luke then. And he's leaving the pits. And he's going to join in 13th place. So, right, we're on lap 7, so... Although it says Mr. Robin leads, we don't believe that's true. Extremer leads from Cam, S40, Pascal, Idika, Washi and Nesrin and McQuiz are your top 8. Let's go back to Extremer then.
Yeah, just coming out off the S sections down towards stadium.
Right, going to ride on board with him now.
Will he pit? He's going to have to pit.
I would think so now, because that's 2 laps further than Matty did. Round the right-hander, into the bouncer curve.
Yeah,
yes, he does pit, so we're on board with him now.
Right, Matty making his way up through the field.
You keep an eye on him. We're looking at Extremer doing...
Just coming through the stadium now. They're just coming under the stadium.
I think Matty's going to get him, isn't he?
Right. Yeah. Where is he? Where is he?
Alex. Yeah, Matty's already gone through. So Extremer's down to 9th. So that's probably the net lead. Meanwhile, Washi is all over the back of Matty D.
No, that's Jason.
Sorry, Jason, yeah. Washi's ahead.
Yeah, sorry.
So
I
that's
thought
not
exactly the same for 1 minute.
That's not a battle, is it? Because Jason hasn't pitted. So let's go further ahead and see Washi only half a second behind Nesrin.
Well, this will be an interesting battle between these two. Now, Washi's really good at maintaining the tyre degradation, or minimising the tyre degradation on his car. He's handling that car very well.
He's had some bad luck in the series. He's got 7th place. 2 7th places are his best results so far. So he'll be looking to improve that for the end of the season.
Yeah, he's had 2 DNFs as well, so not a great season for him, and he'll know that.
3-second penalty for S40, presumably for corner cutting. Meanwhile, Cam is in the Hog Dog's got a penalty as well. But we're watching Cam in the pits at the moment.
Right, Washy's in as well, and Matty D sets a new fastest lap.
Right, okay.
Lower 118.
So Idika and Nesrin are 1 and 2, if the screen is to be believed, but they're yet to pit. So at the moment, Cam's going to rejoin very close to Joshua Luke. Now this is significant for the championship. These are 2nd and 3rd in the championship. Joshua Luke 15 points ahead of Cam, but Extremer is in the battle too, and he gets through ahead of Cam. So this is 5, 6, 7 on the road.
Out comes Washy in between. No, More Than a Raisin and Mr. Robin just get past.
So it's still showing Mr. Robin is the leader, but Iodika is the leader from Nesrin. Matty D, Joshua Luke, Extreme and Cam. And this is the battle we're watching now currently for 4th between Joshua Luke, Extreme and Cam. Fastest lap. Yeah, good, 1:17.7. Which compares... yeah, he's back. Definitely back. Which compares to the real life fastest lap with Vettel of 1:18.7. So there you go, he's better than Vettel. Into the stadium section then. These guys are pretty well matched, I think.
Yeah, Matty D's extremely well, and Nesrand. They practice quite a lot with each other. Extremely quick drivers.
Okay, Iodika and Nesrand have pitted from 1st and 2nd. So let's just see where Iodika is going to come out in the mix. He's going to come out 6th. No, S40 is alongside him. 3-second time penalty for Lakitu. S40 holds that position though. Where's Lakitu on my list? I should have put my list in alphabetical, shouldn't I? Or just randomly written the names down. Anyway, at the front, Extreme and Joshua Luke really close together in the tight stadium, not stadium section, mid-point of the lap. So Joshua Luke in the Renault ahead of Extreme and Cam. 3 guys that are in the championship battle. 2nd, 3rd and 6th in the championship.
I'm just watching Jason, Slash and Hoink and De Thomas having a great battle coming through turns 3 and 4. Jason gets the move done on Slash, and De Thomas extending his advantage over Jason there.
Yeah, just switch back to that briefly. I think that might have been settled for now. So let's go back to the battle for 3rd. As Noodle Doodle gets another penalty. He had a 5-second stop go and he's now got a 3-second one. So these 3 actually begin to string out somewhat as Joshua Luke pulls away from Extremer.
Iodika getting the move done on S40 coming down the pit straight. He should get DRS. And
yeah, we're looking at it.
Get it. Lakitu, another 3-second penalty.
Oh dear, Iodika makes the move stick. So another 3-second. So this race is going really quickly. We're over halfway. Lap 11. Matty D, we believe, leads, not Mr. Robin. Joshua Luke is 2nd. From Extreme, Cam, Pascal, Iodika, S40, and Nesrud showing 9th, but I believe is 8th. If the race ended now, would be on pole.
He's having a great battle with Washy there, who's in P9, constantly switching back and forth places. It's an interesting battle to watch between these 2.
Yeah, 2 guys that know each other quite well. Meanwhile, back at the front, Extreme has closed the gap now on Joshua Luke as Pascal gets a penalty. This track is really difficult to avoid penalties on.
It's a difficult one. All the corner cutting, you need to hit the corners, you need to hit the curbs to get good exits, but the track just penalises you.
Right, so Extremer is... Well, Nesrin's got a penalty, that's unfortunate, but meanwhile Extremer is in the slipstream of Joshua Luke. Joshua Luke goes to the inside, both on super soft tyres. Cam is keeping watching brief. Oh dear, and Extremer turns into Joshua Luke somewhat there, but he hasn't got through. Yes, he's got a penalty though for cutting the corner, presumably not turning in on him. Right, I've got to catch up with these penalties. So 3 seconds. You talk over the pictures at the moment. I'm watching Joshua Luke. I'm just going to catch up.
Well, you watch Joshua Luke. I'm just watching Pascal overtake Aidika. No, Aidika back to take the position. Coming through the middle sector towards the S-bend, and we've also got
crash
involved with
that. Joshua Luke's just smashed into a Mercedes. I just caught a glimpse of it, and that's got to... What is that? Mr. Robin? Yes, Mr. Robin was in the middle of the track. He's now got 3 wheels. Well, one of them looks punctured, but Joshua Luke looks like he's not damaged. As McQuiz goes up the inside of Vettel fans.
Well, this is fantastic because my stream doesn't show any of that.
Well, I was just looking at Joshua Luke. I'm sure it's Joshua Luke. Just smashed into the side. It was a curved camera at the time, so it was like this Mercedes was filling the screen. As Extremer tries to get up the inside of Joshua Luke. Remember, Extremer has got a penalty. Look at my crib sheet. Joshua Luke, when he had a 5-second stop go, which presumably served because he got that before he took his pit.
I'm just keeping an eye on Matty D. Yeah, we've got 5 laps to go, and he was 8 seconds ahead of Joshua Luke, but it's now gone up to 9.2.
Oh,
so
Extremer's up the inside. Joshua Luke's been pushed wide, and Cam goes through. So Joshua Luke's lost penalty. 2 spots.
More than amazing, 3-second penalty.
So that's not good news for Joshua Luke, but he's still going to score good championship points in this race. Oh, as Extremer runs really wide. Don't forget he's got a 3-second penalty, and Extremer and Cam are going to go side by side to the stadium. And they keep it neat and tidy. So I believe from the penalties that Cam hasn't got one, nor has Joshua Luke now, if he did serve that 5-second, but Extremer needs to pull 3 seconds clear of these guys to get second.
I can't see it. You've got 4 laps to go, and these guys are really quick drivers. Ooh, bit of a lock-up there by Joshua.
Yeah, I think it would take a mistake or an instant for the others for him to pull out that much. Cam, though, is right under the gearbox of Extremer. And Joshua Luke is right under the gearbox of Cam. Cam goes to the outside. 3 abreast into the turn. That's going to end in tears.
It's going to be contact, yeah.
It does. All 3 of them collide. Oh, Joshua Luke spun round. He's ghosted. Noodle Doodle gets a penalty, but that's disaster for Joshua Luke.
He's damaged his wing as well, trying to get back onto the track.
And he's now down to 9th.
Well, I don't believe that was his fault. I think Cam was a little bit aggressive coming through there, hit the side pod of the car and spun him round.
You'd have to see a replay, but yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. Meanwhile, Aidika is trying to get past Extremer for 3rd. Washi gets the 3-second penalty. So Aidika is a quick guy, 4th in the championship in Force India. So he's definitely still a factor for the championship as S40 gets another penalty.
So with Schnitzel not participating, Joshua Luke down the field P11, if it stays like this will work in Cam's favour. Yeah,
big gains for Cam and Aidika and Extreme, particularly Cam though, as Aidika goes past Cam.
Oh, big crash, big crash. That is S40.
Oh yeah, he's lost his left front wing. Did he hit somebody?
Yeah, bit of contact there between the drivers coming into turn 1, I believe that was.
Do you know who he hit?
I don't.
No, okay. Well,
that's a shame.
It's all kicking off here. Normally it settles down at this point in the race, not today. Meanwhile,
I've got a feeling
it
was Pascal or Nezran.
Right, okay. So
I may be wrong.
Pascal's 5th, Nezran's 6th. So I'm going to go back to that battle because that's one of the closest. So Nezran, the Swedish driver, F4 in the Sunday League. Oh, he's got a 3-second time penalty. But S40's got... Oh no, S40's crashed, sorry. That's not him.
Yes, I just checked that stream again. I just watched the replay, and it was Nezran and Pascal that caused that incident of S40 going off.
Oh dear, Pascal nearly tries to get back up the inside of Nesrin. So you think S40 was completely innocent in that one, for what you could see?
Well, you could see contact being made to one of the other cars, and he just made the contact and shot off straight into the concrete barrier.
That reminds me, this is showing my age, of Nakajima, who crashed there in about 1987 in the Lotus. Anyway, round the outside goes Pascal, and he goes completely off track, and Nesrin holds the position. Washi is behind him, currently pole for the second race in 8th, and he's going to try and get up the outside of Pascal.
He should get that move done. I hope there's no contact here.
He's got it done. No. Pascal holds the position.
Pascal, if you watch, he's leaving the track. He's beyond the white lines. You're not allowed to do that. Right,
okay. It's not showing up yet, but you're right. 3-second time penalty for De Thomas. Pascal, let me look at my list. So he's already got 1 3-second penalty, whereas Washi has also got a 3-second penalty. So, and Honk's got another one. I thought this would be easier. I've written it down, but I've not got the time to look and calculate it. Never mind. Iodika, we believe, hasn't got a penalty, and he's chasing down Cam, who hasn't got a penalty, we think. So this is the battle for second place. So Cam...
I'm just watching. Oh, more than amazing 3-second penalty.
That's his second, at least, anyway. Iodika is in the slipstream. He's got DRS, goes to the outside. He's on the quicker, ultra-soft tyres. Round the outside of Cam. Oh, yes, I think that was clean. No contact. Very good move.
Washi making the move on Pascal. Very clean and tidy coming into turn 1.
Right, let's have a look. Yeah, Washi's got through. I'm going to pull up.
Luke, 3-second penalty.
Another one. I've almost given up writing these down lists for the top guys, because it's hopeless.
I'm not sure how you're doing it.
Matty D's got a penalty. Oh, he's 15 seconds clear, so I think he can afford that one. I think we should award... Oh dear. Oh, fastest lap, not a penalty.
17-4. No, not this time.
I think we should award the victory to the only person that doesn't have a penalty at the end, which is about a third of the field, I think, only. This is the last lap. Goodness me. Matty D, I thought I'd missed the end there, but Matty D's just crossed the line, so this is his last lap. So, let's round out the point scorers.
Penalty.
Another one. Okay, so the point scorers in the last lap. Matty D first, Iodika second, who's broken the toe of Cam in third. In fourth is Extremer, and Nesrin going side by side. This is a great run from Nesrin. He started 19th, was it, or 20th?
Yes, he was right back in the field.
All this side by side. Nesrin's gone through, and I think he's going to make that stick. He does, so he's through.
Good move.
Extremer 5th, Washi 6th, Pascal 7th, Vettel 8th, who will start on pole as it stands. Mr. Robin is showing second again. I wish he would just not stop showing that. And in 9th place is McQuiz. Okay, back to the leader then.
Matty D just coming down the long straight towards the stadium now. Sorry, a bit of a blackout there.
So let's ride on board with him as he goes through the stadium for the last time. The, what do you call those thingies with that are flashing up the Mexican things?
Those thingies. That's
firework type things. It's not. And he waves his wheel, and he crosses the line to win. Brilliant, dominant win, brilliant win.
Well, that's not bad for his first race, man.
No, not at all. I think maybe he's practiced before. Maybe he's played the game once or twice. I don't know.
Just the tap.
Iodika comes home in second place. Good championship points. Oh, and Cam is third. Nesrin comes home fourth. Fantastic ride from him. As Extremer crashes into the pit lane, but he's okay. Washi was fifth. Pascal sixth. Extremer seventh with the penalties. Vettel fan eighth. So the front row will be Vettel fans and Extremer, I believe. Wow, that was breathless. I need a drink, I think.
Well, yeah, well, there we are. That was a fantastic rate and all. So my stream's flickering now with all the penalty points taking hold.
I think Extremer was the big one to lose out. He dropped a spot or two. Everyone else, I think, was where we expected in the leading positions. So only two retirements, S40 and Infinity. 10-second penalty for corner cutting for Noodle Noodle. How'd you get a 10-second penalty? You must really cut the corner.
Or is that a consequence of multiple corner cutting?
Yeah, it must. Yeah, well, incremental.
Well, I'm just watching Noodle Dougal. He is doing literally 1 mile an hour coming down the pit straight. I think he's given up.
So Riley on board now as Matty D comes in. Super win for him. And I think we'll carry on with the stream. So we would normally cut it in between to have a break, but I think we've got plenty enough to talk about there.
Yeah, let's keep the stream going.
Okay, let's do that. Oh, Adrian Newey's on the podium. So Nikita's just come up with a message on the PlayStation stream saying hell. I presume that's his connection issues rather than his race.
Yeah, I would have thought so. But there we are, Matty D, top of the podium, tasting that success. Well done to him.
Good stuff. I'm going to remember to take a screenshot of the final results so I don't forget who's won.
And that'll be something he can also rub in his brother's nose as well.
Who's his
Ollie
brother
Davis,
then?
Ollie Davis.
What's his tag then? I should know this.
Ollie 653142, something along those lines.
Okay. Good to have you along for some inside knowledge.
He's on Twitter.
Okay, fine. So, nice mix of nationalities there in the top 7 or 8. And we're going to have a German and British front row for the second race. Right, so now this is the point where Nezran, as the host, and Washi, as the coordinator, will be furiously working out the grid editor. So we're just going to...
Yep.
Yeah, rather them than us, definitely. Looking at the... just going to check if anybody has left the stream or had any problems. I think they're all there. Yeah.
Lakito there? Yeah, he's there.
So if we go back to the last race in terms of race 2, which was won by Lakitu, and he finished...
Lakitu, yeah.
No, sorry, that was Japan. I got the wrong one. The last race was won by Milan Klaus, reserve driver, I believe.
Let me just double check. Yes, it was Milan Klaus. And then you had Cam in P2.
Second. Now, if you look at Cam, who's definitely coming on strong in the championship. He started off with an 8 in a DNF, then a 3, 11, 11, so he's out of the championship battle. And then his last races have been 5-2, 5-4-2 before here, so he's a man to watch, I think.
He is, yeah. He's only 15 points behind Snickshall, who's in P1.
Are you gonna work out the championship points for us then, Ben?
I can try.
That is one of your assigned tasks for the day.
Right. Where's my son with my calculator when you need him?
He should be in bed, shouldn't he? Mine is, anyway. Right.
He's downstairs watching Avengers, but...
Okay. Right, so what do you expect from race 2? I guess it's going to... The weather has to be the same, doesn't it? Is it effectively run straight away in terms of time-wise, or could we get a really wet race?
Well, it's dynamic weather, so...
we could, yeah.
It would make things interesting, that's for sure.
So let's have a look then. So Thomas didn't score any points, did he? Schnicksel didn't score any points. Dika will score 18, so he's up to 87.
Yeah.
Cam is got 15, so he's on 90. So those two are very close. Also, Cam and Joshua Luke is on 90. Did you see who got fastest lap? I didn't check.
Joshua Luke.
Right, and let's just see, because you only get fastest lap awarded to you if you finish in the top 10, and he didn't, did he? No, he didn't. So he won't actually get the 2 points for that. So he should stay on 90. Lakitu wasn't anywhere in the top ones. Extrema got 7th, which is 6 points, is it, or 5? 6 points. So Lakitu's on 70. Sorry, Extreme is on 72, and Nezra got 12, so he's on 72. So I think the championship positions are Schnitzel 99, Joshua, Luke, and Cam 90, IAD 87.
Yeah.
Then Extreme and Nezra 72, and Lakito 65, I believe.
Wow, that's going to be very close going into Brazil and Abu Dhabi. I think the last race is, isn't it?
Yes, so 4 more races to go. Don't forget, in race 2, only 15 points for a win. Points go down to 8th place only, so bear that in mind.
Right, guys, for those of you watching on the stream, send us a message, send us some questions, and let us know who your driver of the day is.
Okay, well, as you phrased that, should we say what we think ours is at the moment? 2 men only are in the running, I think. What do you think?
I'm going to go... First one's got to be Nezran. I was really impressed with the way he came back then.
Yeah, he's one of mine. And the winner, I guess, because it was a dominant win, wasn't it?
It has to be, yeah.
In a 25% race to win by 10.7 seconds is pretty impressive.
Yeah, let's not forget, Matt's a very, very quick driver as well. But no, I take nothing away from that. That was a stellar drive.
Infinity's come on said, seen cleaner driving in public lobbies. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? It's difficult because we don't see all the battles, but I didn't think it was too bad. I've seen worse this season.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think a couple of races, Japan. I think we had some awful racing as well, but that wasn't too bad. I think it was a lot of scuffling going on, but it wasn't the worst.
I think the worst was definitely the first round in Monza. I know that's partly caused by some people who had connection issues, which caused some crashes, but I think Washi read them the riot act after that race, and it has been generally a little bit better since.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the first round in Monza, I think tensions, nerves, it's just getting that first race over and done with. Yep. But from there on in, it's been pretty good racing of standards.
Right, so the guys have sorted out the grid, hopefully correctly, and we are expecting it to be Vettel fans and Extreme on the front row of the grid, and then the others will be in reverse order. So the guy that won the race will start in 8th, and so on. Big deep breath.
I know I said to the viewers to send in some questions, but Dean Washington, who is the F8 driver, Dino, sending in, do you like kissing? Well,
there was no swear words in it, so that's something. I'm surprised
that's a plus.
I'm surprised you could read it out. It's not quite 9 o'clock, so yeah, just be careful with his comments. Right, we're nearly ready to go.
He won't like that.
Oh, he loves me really. I love him. It's fine.
We only bit of banter, Dino. Bit of banter.
Yeah, that's all it is. Got to take your banter. I've done it. Right, so no Chase Carey or Sean Bratch chasing us. So we'll go straight into the race. Remember, no qualifying. So Vettel fans and Extreme will start on the front row, and we have got another dry, sunny race. This could well be chaos with quicker drivers slightly out of position.
I agree. I think you're going to have a couple of nervous drivers up front, not as experienced drivers, and I think that will go to show in turn 1.
Who's your money on? Who's going to win? I'm going for Pascal to win.
Oh, I'm hoping Lakitu.
Right, let's go. 5 lights are coming on. Ready for the second race of the day. Vettel fans pulls away nicely from Extreme. Pascal's got a good start though in 3rd. There's a McLaren in the wall in the background, but I think he's recovered. So Vettel fan leads, and Nesrin wants to get involved there in 4th place. And oh my goodness, there's 5 abreast at times. And up the inside goes Extreme, and he spins.
Oh no.
Disaster.
Extreme.
So Vettel fan leads. Nesrin is 2nd, Pascal's 3rd, Extreme is out.
Wow.
4 cars going side by side down towards the twisty stuff. And Nesrin holds on to second. No, he doesn't, he spins. Oh, and there's a Ferrari across the road.
That's Washi getting a 3-second penalty there. And just looking at Extremer, there's no damage to his car. And
Right.
Klaus is disconnected.
Okay, interesting. He wasn't even in the first race, was he? If I missed that. Anyway, Vettel fan leads from Pascal. Matty D third. Iodika is fourth. Cam is fifth. McQuiz is sixth. Nesrin is recovered to seventh. And
Oh,
eighth.
sorry, Infinity, coming down towards the stadium section, has lost his wing. It's completely gone.
Oh dear, he's had a pretty torrid time apart from the last race in America, I believe we did get a strong result. So, across the line, we have... Oh, sorry, Mr. Robin leading again. He's not leading. Vettel fans leads. Pascal is second. Iodika third. Cam is fourth. Then McQuiz and Nesrin are your top 6. And these strung out fairly equally at the moment.
Well, if you look at this, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars coming into the pits, all to change their wings.
Wow, okay, so apologies. We obviously missed some of that crashing action. We caught some of it. Looking back from Nesrin at McQuiz. So Nesrin's up to 5th now. So he had a half spin but has recovered well. With others coming into the pits as well, of course. So Vettel fan is looking pretty good, don't you think, Ben, out front?
He's doing very well. I mean, he's pulling a second gap away from Pascal, but Pascal's a very quick driver.
Yeah, his first task will be to get clear of DRS range come the start of the third lap, and he's borderline now. It's 0.9 seconds behind his Pascal. Right, over the start finish line, Pascal's quickest 1:18.4.
That was Vettel at first, but he snatched that, Pascal snatched that away from him.
Yeah, instantly. So Cam is in 5th, and we're watching him at the moment as Iodika locks up under braking for turn 1. 4.3 kilometre circuit, this one.
I'm just keeping an eye on Washi, who's down in P15, having a bit of a quiet race. He's 5 seconds away from Matty D. He's in P14.
Okay, Infinity are watching more than amazing. He's pretty close to Slash at the moment in the Sauber. And it's all a bit calm at the moment. It's a bit disconcerting.
There is. I think the cars are evenly spaced as well.
Yeah, now Nesrin's the closest in the leading position. It's just half a second behind. So we're going to go on board with him now.
Yeah, well, he's just dropped that. He's just dropped 2/10 off that. So he's closing in on Cam.
Okay, yeah, he's going to try and get DRS range. He will be in DRS range shortly.
Well, that delta's just increasing now to Cam. Unfortunately.
Yeah, he's
even
not
with the DRS.
He's not close enough. So, right on board now with Vettel fans in the lead.
I'm just riding on board Joshua Luke, making the move onto Thomas. Very clean coming through the stadium section. Good move.
Yeah, Joshua Luke had a really disappointing race. He looks like he was on for a lot of points, but now he's got to get up to 8th to score even a single point, so that's going to be hard luck for him, I think. Noodle Dougal, 3-second time penalty, so they're starting to come already. Infinity got one earlier, and now Noodle Dougal, the other McLaren. No, he's not in a McLaren this time, is he? That's what he's on a Sunday. He's in the Force India. Right, back to the battle for 4th. Cam and Nesrin. Now these two were fierce rivals in the Sunday League in F7 for a number of races before Nesrin got moved up, as S40 gets a 3-second penalty. And if you can hear that, it's my cat meowing. He's finally come in. Back to the race.
Oh, Nesrin making a move coming through the stage in there. That was an ambitious move.
He's going to have a chance, but he's got a 3-second penalty though. He's just got one. In the slipstream. Cam was wheeling there. I'm not sure what that was about.
Yeah. Whether that was frustration or... But
maybe his hand slipped. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
Pick
anyway,
a line and choose it.
Nesrin's made the move, but Cam looks aggressive and looks like he wants to come back. Nesrin's got DRS, so this is going to be tricky for him to do it.
Surely not by here.
No, half-hearted attempt. No, he wasn't close enough. And interesting enough, of course, we've got drivers on different tyre compounds. I'll just get that information up. So Idika is on super softs, so is Cam and McQuiz, but Nesrin in fourth, Pascal second, and Vettel first, all on ultra softs. And we've got a couple of guys on softs. The highest placed one is S40 in 10th.
Yeah, that's an interesting strategy. So obviously he's gone for the long stint, and he'll look to come onto the ultra softs.
Oh, more than amazing. He's going side by side with Slash as they approach the stadium section, but they keep it respectful. Another 3-second time penalty for Infinity, so it's going from bad to worse for him.
I did give Infinity some advice before the race and told him to watch the penalties. Clearly not listening to me.
I did. You should have said that a bit louder. More than amazing. Nearly lost it out of the final turn, but he's still in play in 8th.
There we are, Nesran, P12 in the pits, coming on to the super softs.
Right, let's have a look.
Drop down to P13 now.
Okay, so he's the first one of the major guys that are still running to pit.
So again, lap 6, you'll see him coming in around about 6 and 7.
So the big battle in terms of a win we're looking at for pit stops is who blinks first out of Vettel and Pascal.
Well, it's a difficult one on those ultra softs. Depending on your setup and your driving style, you can keep them going till about lap 8 and 9. Not
really?
myself,
Okay.
but
yeah,
I've seen
so not myself either. Right, into the stadium section. So will they pit on this lap? More than amazing's got another 3-second penalty. That's his 3rd of the race. Who's going to pit first? Neither of them. Okay, so let's go back down. See the close battle between More Than Amazing, who's got a lot of penalty points, time penalties, but he's trying to get up the inside of Slash. Slash goes very early to the pit wall, sorry. Oh, and there's a McLaren that's come out, McQuiz.
Right, let's keep Mr. Robin in the pits, again coming on the super softs.
He still shows
the P12.
Okay, so that's what we've got to watch for, because he definitely in the battle for the podium. Mr. Robin is still shown as leading this race on my stream. He's obviously been hacking the system, I think. Oh no, Nesrin's got a penalty.
And Infinity. I've lost count how many Mark has got now.
Mark Infinity has got 9 seconds worth. Nesrin's got 6 seconds worth.
Wow.
But Pascal is now really close to Vettel fan. He's now only 7/10 of a second behind. And will they both go into the pits together? That could be interesting. Riding on ball with him in second, sorry. Pascal makes the move, so he's going for the undercut. Interesting.
I'm just watching S40, who's at P9. Obviously, he's on the soft compound tyres, so he's going to go a lot further. So it'll be interesting to see how the strategy plays out for him.
Yeah, that could be a good move, actually. But this is the key battle for the win, we believe. So Pascal goes on to the super softs. We believe Vettel fan will surely come in next lap. There's a battle here between S40, who's chasing down Jason, and Honk Donk is right behind him, and Slash is right in front of them.
I'm just keeping an eye on Vettel's delta to Idika. You know, considering he's on 8-lap old tyres, that delta doesn't seem to be dropping too much, but he's hit the wall.
Oh, who's
he's
that?
Lost the back end. Vettel.
Is he?
That was very, very lucky. Very lucky indeed.
No damage, I don't think. Sorry, I missed that on the stream.
No damage at all. As he came through the X sections, to straighten up that car coming down the long straight. The back end, he should come in now. I would have thought he'd come in after that. That'd be a bit of a scare for him. Yeah.
Right, so how much time do you think he might have lost there? A second or not that much?
No, he lost a second and a half there.
Right, so this could be really interesting. So watching Vettel fan changes the super softs. Now where will he be? He's going to come out.
Yeah.
Is he going to come out in front of Pascal or not? No,
Pascal's gone. No,
Pascal's got him. So he's jumped him. The undercut has worked, but I think only because of that incident for Vettel fan. That's made the difference, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's cost him.
Well, more than amazing. He's up the inside of McQuiz, tried to anyway.
Oh, a bit wide there. So that's it. Infinity's out. Turn 1, he's hit the wall.
Right. Okay. Well, he had 12 seconds of penalties at the end, so he's probably just had enough. Oh yes, he's completely crashed. Back to the leading positions. The closest is more than amazing. 0.3 of a second behind McQuiz, who's in 4th. They're both on the super softs. S40's soft tyre strategy sees him in 6th at the moment. Everybody else is on super softs apart from a couple at the back.
I'm just trying to work out how this is going to work for S40. Obviously he's been 10 lap old tyres now. Is he coming in? No, he's not.
I'm not sure it's going to work too well. In a 50% race where you can go 1 stop compared with 2, you can gain, but everyone's making 1 stop, aren't they? So I'm not sure it's going to help him too much. I could be wrong. So meanwhile, Pascal, this we believe will be the net lead, is only 0.7 of a second ahead of Vettel fans, who looks like he's staying with him. S40 and Noodle Doodle get penalties. That's 9 seconds for Noodle, I think. So Pascal comes down to turn 4. And we're going to ride on board now with Vettel fans. This really fiddly section, but then it sets up these fantastic sweeping curves at 7, 8, 9, 10 and 11. Got to take plenty of curve.
You've got to take the curve, but you've got to be mindful of the penalties that you give out, but also you get too much on the curve and it's going to send the back end out, and I think that's what happened.
Well, more than amazing, just got his 4th penalty, so he's got 12 seconds penalties, I believe. So he's going to plunge right down the field. Matty D's got a penalty.
S40 staying out again with McQuiz, P4 coming into the pits.
Interesting, but Vettel fan is going to get DRS. We're riding on board with him. This will probably be the next battle for the lead, we believe. Oh, it goes to the outside.
He should get that.
He's got him.
Very cleanly done. Lovely move.
Fantastic round the outside. Further back though, there's 4 and 5 going, 5 and 6 going close together as Idika and there's from battle. So more than amazing. Even though it says Mr. Robin is leading on the road, but he's got a lot of penalties. So S40 is effectively our leader on the road at the moment, but he's yet to make a pit stop.
And how many penalties? I think he's picked up a few penalties as well.
Oh, you're right actually, S40, well, 1 at least I've written down, possibly 2. So it's definitely Vettel fan and Pascal for the win here.
These two are really pushing each other really hard.
Now, Vettel fan got past Pascal, wasn't easily, but I do wonder whether he'll now be able to pull away from Pascal. What do you think?
Pascal's a quick driver, very consistent driver, and you know, a couple of laps before you had Vettel hitting the wall. Is that a sign of nerves?
Could be 118, 119.
Yeah, well, there we are, Idika, 1807.
More than amazing in the pits, but we'll switch away from that because of all the penalties got. So S40 still leads. Let's give him a bit of coverage there, but he's only 1.9 seconds, so he'll come out somewhere, I reckon around 8th, somewhere around there.
Does he have to pit? Does he have to pit?
That's a good question.
Does S40 have to pit?
That's a good question. I should know that. Will the game force him to?
I don't believe you have to pit.
on 25%ers. No, okay. Oh, up the inside goes Pascal on Mr. Robin, who must be a lap down with no showing fourth. So that's an interesting one. We should find that out before next time, definitely, Ben.
Vettel has a penalty.
Oh my goodness. And Pascal.
Right, okay.
Did you see Vettel? I only saw Pascal.
Yeah, no, we've just had
Both
a comment come through saying... Right, no, we've just had Zek on the stream. He has to pit.
Right, okay.
Thank you, Zek.
Yeah, thanks for that. So if he doesn't, he can take the checker flag first, but he'll get a penalty.
He's in.
Right, he's in anyway. Right, let's ride with him. Another penalty for Doodle Doodle. So we're pretty sure that Vettel and Pascal both got a 3-second penalty, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what's... We've definitely confirmed Vettel as a penalty.
Well, Pascal came out
the
second you said Vettel's got one. I saw Pascal come up on the screen, so I did see that.
There we are.
Right, so S40 is going to join in, no, not 8th, 9th place, 10th. Back at the front, Pascal, only 6/10 of a second. We think they both have one 3-second penalty. So there should still be a battle on the road for the win.
Yeah, no, we've got Curtis Bennett on the stream saying they're both equally matched now with penalties.
Good, thank you for the help. That does help us out. Curtis Bennett, what a fantastic name, I like that name. Right, second place, Pascal is only 7/10 behind, and he's staying with Vettel fan.
I'm just keeping an eye on Aidika in P3. He's only 2.2 seconds behind Pascal, but that delta is dropping quite rapidly.
Is it? Okay. I'm watching him now. Now, especially if those two get in a battle, he could join this leading group pretty soon. Pascal has got a good exit out of Maxwell curve. He's less than half a second behind now. Is he gonna? He's going to get DRS, but I think Vettel fan's got good straight line speed. More than amazing with another penalty. I think that's 15 seconds worth of fun, right?
That's got to be a record.
Joshua Luke with a 3-second penalty, so he's having a really bad day.
Right, you keep an eye on Vettel. I'm going to go and see how everyone else is doing down the field.
Right, so we've only had 2 retirements, so that's not too bad.
Got a good battle between Slash, More Than Amazing, and S40. Coming into turn 2, a little bit of contact there with S40 on More Than Amazing.
Right, let's go back to that. Doodle Doodle's been disqualified for multiple penalties. So we're watching now, More Than Amazing.
Contact,
S40.
is that contact? Mr. Robin Lakitu. Mr. Robin makes the move, gets it done.
Mr. Robin is showing all over the place on my stream.
Washi, contact.
Lakitu and Washi.
Yeah,
the
there's
12th.
contact between those two then.
Side by side, but Lakito's got the position at the moment. 3 abreast coming into the stadium section. And, oh dear, S40 has spun and he hit Slash, I believe. So he's dropped down a couple of spots. And Jason will go through. Meanwhile, at the front, Pascal is 3/10 of a second. Now half a second behind Vettel fans. I will stick with the leading battle unless something dramatic happens.
Look at Aidika. Remember I just said that delta was 2.5 seconds. It's now down to 1.2. He's making some headway.
Yeah, he's going to be in DRS range at this rate by the end of the lap, and this will be a 3-way battle. Wow, this is really shaping up to be a fantastic last 3.5 laps. Who's your money on now of these 3?
I'm going Aidika. Well, Washi making a move on Mr. Robin there, and Lakitu. Lovely move. Oh, right. Yeah, very well
Lakitu's
done.
got a penalty.
Lakitu. Yeah, bit of corner cutting there. Oh, who's that? No, I thought Hoinky Dunk was the Tom. Sorry.
Joshua Luke has got fastest lap, but again he will not get any points unless he gets in the top 10, and he's 16th at the moment.
I know I keep saying this, but check Aidika's delta again.
Yeah, we're watching him now.
4/10. It's dropping dramatically.
Riding on board, he's got good straight line speed. I think he's going to make a move on Pascal now. Pascal goes to the inside. Round the outside goes Aidika. And he's made it stick. Beautiful move. Very clean. Of course, he's on the Ultra Sauce.
Yeah, and everyone else on the stream seems to agree with us. We've got Zek and Curtis also cheering on for Decker.
Well, he's got 2.5 laps approximately to make this stick, and he's on those faster tyres, and that's looking like a good strategy at this point.
2 laps to go.
Right,
1.1 second behind.
So before we get into this, as Vettel fan gets a penalty. Oh my goodness.
Penalty.
Right, so Idika is effectively second. Yes, because Idika, I don't believe, has got a penalty. Oh, that's a shame.
I'm amazed how much his delta. His delta's just dropped 4 tenths to Vettel within a couple of corners.
Right, so Vettel fan and Idika 1 and 2. Pascal third.
3-second penalty.
Right, so he's really out of this fight, I think. So Idika. So we think Vettel's got 6 seconds now, do we? What's the point of me writing it down? I'm not even keeping up to date. Apologies. Right, okay, so on the road, Vettel fan leads Idika. Who do you think's leading, Ben?
Who knows? Who knows? No, I'm gonna go with Dika.
Yeah, I think so. He hasn't got any penalties, so he's effectively in the lead, I think. So, but let's hope he makes a move on the road.
He's all over the back of Vettel's car.
Pascal's got that.
Driving from this.
Yeah, Pascal's got an additional penalty, but he just wants to race, so he's sticking with these two. Hot Dog gets a penalty as well.
A bit late in the day, but Lakito in the pits, getting on the ultras.
All right, that is late. Joshua Luke, fastest lap. Idika thinks about a move into the stadium, but Vettel fan holds him off.
Well, this is going to be close now. Last lap, coming down the pit straight to turn 1. He's got to get a good exit. Nezra 3-second penalty.
Right, these penalties are really racking up. He's got 9 seconds worth, at least, I believe, Nezra. So across the start finish line.
Last lap. Rich mix on, DRS on, slipstream. Will he go for it? He has to. He's going to have to. Here he goes. And he gets it done.
Beautiful again. Very clean. Good stuff. So, forget penalties. We're pretty sure Idika is definitely leading this race now.
He's going to be in clean air now. Fresher tyres. He should be making headway now.
He's got DRS. Is that Mr. Robin in the Mercedes getting in the way of people? Is he ghosted? I don't think he is. There's something very odd going on with Mr. Robin on my screen. He jumps from 1st to 4th to 16th. He's ghosted, he's not ghosted. I've no idea.
Mr. Robin is having a good battle with Washi and De Thomas.
Well, I might be doing him a disservice then. It's the other Mercedes. But anyway, meanwhile, Idika is going to come through, I believe, to take a fantastic win. Pascal looks like he still wants to try and have a fight with Vettel.
Well, Pascal, isn't he a reserve driver, Pascal?
Yes, he is.
No,
yeah,
he's not.
Oh, he hasn't been in the whole championship. As Idika crosses line and does win.
Well done. Fantastic race.
Deserved that for those 2 great moves, even though he was on the quicker tyre. Vettel fan was 2nd, Pascal was 3rd. Cam crosses the line in 4th. Matty D gets 5th because of Nezra's penalties. McQuiz, sorry, is 5th. Matty D is 6th. Nezra down to 7th. And Slash gets the last point. So Idika, who had moved up to 87 points, will be now on 102. So he's definitely ahead of Schnitzel. And Joshua Luke. And Cam is... he got 8 points. So Cam's on 98. So I believe that Idika now leads the championship by 4 points.
Yeah, Schnitzel is going to be kicking himself after watching that.
He is, and I think even more so Joshua Luke, because Schnitzel can't score points when he's not racing. That's frustrating, but Joshua Luke had a chance to take a grip of the championship, and he's not going to score any points.
Right, we're being corrected for our maths now.
Oh, okay, good.
Curtis reckons 112, and you may be correct.
112, okay. Did he? I think no, because don't forget it's 15 points for a win. It would be 112 if it was 25 points. So I'm
correct.
95% sure he's on 102, but thanks for joining, because I could well have been wrong. So another fantastic race. Brilliant win for my Idika. Looking at his stats for the season, it's his third win. He won the first race in Italy, the first race in Malaysia. This is the first race 2 that he's won. So 3 wins for him. Fantastic stuff. Well, I really enjoyed that. I think that was overall my most favourite double header of the F2 season. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree. I've watched all the series, and that was the most entertaining. The one that I've been involved with, anyway.
Let's look at the fastest lap then. So, of the top 10, it was Idika, but I should know this. I know you don't get 2 points if you're the quickest and you're outside the top 10, but I don't know if the next quickest then gets it. We'll have to see.
Another good question.
Nikitu actually got the fastest lap overall, 1:16.7. Well, that was fantastic. So, thanks very much for joining us, Ben.
Yes, no, thanks for having me again.
And we will hopefully both be back next weekend at the same time for more AOR Racing F2, and that will come from Interlagos for the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Sunny Brazil. I'll see you then.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Take care. Goodbye.